Dharma Bites is brought to you by Free Buddhist Audio, the Dharma for your life. Our work is funded entirely by donations from our generous listeners. If you would like to help us keep this free, make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. Thank you, and happy listening.
And in the meditation, we were exploring relating to others and ourselves at their best. It's not always easy to see the jewels in our own robe, but I think it's really important that we start to get a sense of spending more time reflecting on our own good qualities and the good qualities of others. Earlier, I think some people were saying they had their Mitra ceremony not that long ago. Normally at those there's rejoicing. Did that happen? Yeah, and it's just like a wonderful thing that we do within Triratna is we basically positively gossip. You know, we think about other people's good qualities. We tell other people about them. Sometimes that happens with a wider audience. But I think we've all, I'm sure at some point in our lives, we've felt the effects of negative gossip, either about us or we've done it. You know, and it's a very, like, human beings love stories and we make sense of the world through stories, and we can tend to get together and want to talk about stories and to talk about other people, and sometimes that's quite positive, other times it might not be so positive. And I'm sure for most of us, you know, if we've engaged in meditation and we've come into contact with our ethical life, and even if we haven't so much, like, even before I was practicing Buddhism, like if I'd spent time talking about somebody in a not very nice way behind their back, like I just never felt great about it. You know, it never felt good, especially the next time I saw them. It'd almost feel like they'd heard everything I'd said, even though I knew they hadn't. It didn't feel good. Whereas they can be making a choice to say, if I am going to talk about other people when they're not there, I'm going to tell other people about the things I really like about them. You know, it just feels good. Like it feels good to talk about other people in that way. Like it helps my nervous system feel better. I feel more open and I feel more connected. And the real key teaching there, like the stage 2, is talk about people behind their back in a positive way. And then the next time you see them, tell them that you were talking behind their back in a positive way. Like, most people do like to hear that. But I also think there is a practice, like when I had my Mitra ceremony, for instance, and I was getting rejoiced in, I didn't find it easy. It was almost like I was like looking behind my shoulder to be like, what, you know, there was a sense of like, I couldn't quite take in that somebody had seen the jewels in my robe, that somebody had acknowledged that there were treasures there. But I think that can be a practice within itself of like learning to really take that in, you know, like really have a sense of like, people are going to be sincere and people do want to tell you that. And it's a gift not to block their generosity there. I think it's really good to, if we can, say a sense of like, oh, I really appreciate you saying that, or, you know, being able to meet it. Yeah, like I think it's just a very worthwhile practice.
We hope you enjoyed today's Dharma Bite. Please help us keep this free. Make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. And thank you.